Hey, what's good, y'all? So today, as the title suggests, we're going to be growing some sugarcane. I got to get all the stuff for it. Why don't you guys go ahead and run the paces, like, subscribe. Well, like only if you like the video. Don't go liking videos if you don't like them, you know what I'm saying? And the same thing with subscribing. Just check it out. If you dig what we're doing around here, then go ahead and subscribe. We do a bunch of different things, all from microgreens clear into tomatoes and wicking beds, whatever, man. Sugarcane, like we're about to do right now. If it's about growing, y'all, there's a really good chance it could pop up. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and grab some stuff, and yeah, I'll meet y'all back here. I was low-key thinking about putting in that pot, but I think I have a bigger one though. I think I have a bigger one somewhere else. All right, y'all, we back. So yeah, man, sugarcane. I found this pot. I thought I had a bigger one around here as well. I probably do. I got a bunch of them, so more than likely I'm going to end up filling up a bunch of these. But for right now, for just you and me, I was going to just show you guys with this pot. In this video, guys, I think I'm going to show you guys a couple different ways. First one is growing it in a container. Let me go ahead and start breaking this stuff up. We're going to plan it out. All right, y'all, so what I'm going to do is cut these about every 2 to 3 nodes. More than likely it's gonna be closer to 2 nodes. What I mean, that's your node. That right there is the growth point at which a new stalk is gonna appear. And they go every, like, you got them on this side, and you flip it over, there's one on that side. So it goes back and forth. What I'm gonna do is make sure I have at least 2 of these rings on the sugarcane. That's where you're gonna find the node. So I'm gonna have at least 2 of these rings per section. And so leave it, Otis, leave it. I might give you some later. Look how juicy that thing is, dude. This is some good cane, y'all. That's some really good cane, man. That's really sweet. I get this from the farmer's market, or at least I got these ones from the farmer's market. You could probably go to like some of the bodegas or some of the Asian stores around your way. You could probably find it there. I have seen people grow this part out, but then I've actually heard a lot of people say that this part with the stalk isn't the best. And low-key, I'm looking for an excuse to eat a little bit more sugarcane, so I'm gonna save the tops. So the technique I'm going for is one that I got from Deep South Homestead, and they called this the wagon wheel. So I can just lay it out for y'all. So that's right there. It's a really small one. It's like a wagon square, something like that, something like this. Mine's not really gonna be like a wagon wheel, really, but a peace sign, really. Oh, that's fitting. All right, that's cool. We'll enjoy that in the house. So not quite the wagon wheel, y'all, but we got a peace sign out of it. So what we're gonna do, we'll kind of push this down a little bit. The way the sugarcane grows, it's kind of like I was mentioning before. It's just gonna grow out of these little nodes right here, and for the most part, it kind of just grows straight up. It's just like grass, you know. So it actually does lend itself really well to pots, or to growing in pots. So that's probably cool. We throw some more compost. Try to get it to that standard 2-inch depth, you know what I mean? We got pot number 1 down. Still got 2 canes left. I'll probably end up using that pot, to be honest with you, now I'm thinking about it. You could give these guys right about anywhere 10 to 30 days, I guess, to germinate. If you're living in a warm climate like what we have right now, our temperatures are right about 70s. So I'm assuming that it's going to be germinating probably closer to like a 15-day. I don't know, I'm kind of guessing. And sugarcane is like grass, so it grows pretty well in all climates. However, in your cooler climates, it's going to take a lot longer for it to germinate. Pretty much twice the amount. So if it's going to take right about 30 days here on the long end, it's probably going to take you guys right about 60 days on the long end on your side to germinate, 20 to 60 days to germinate. For harvest, man, the DTM, most people I talk to, and most things I read, most videos I will watch online, will tell me that it takes right about a year. However, there are a lot of my friends out here that grow sugarcane, and they let me know that this year they actually have cane right about this size at 6 months. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it kind of really just depends on your climate. I plan on letting mine go for at least 9 months. We'll see. We'll kind of play it by ear. But one of the biggest reasons I'm growing sugarcane, man, is because I want my own sugar source. I'm kind of nervous about running any kind of bees out here just because of the hibernization and how easy it is to get hibernized out here. We don't have any molasses. This is far too hot for any kind of maple trees, but you can do a really good job at growing sugar. Sugar cane, y'all. Yeah, for me, it just seems like a way better option. Of course, everybody's gonna say it's still sugar, Justin. It's not gonna be good for you. That's everything that we eat on this planet, however. So yeah, you know, everything in moderation to a certain extent. But I'd much rather be eating this sugar cane than any kind of sugar I'm getting in the stores. And it's not that hard to actually make your own sugar. I'm gonna go ahead and water this in. There's a really good chance, y'all, I'm just gonna leave them in the greenhouse for, I don't know, until I just don't want them in here anymore, or I know that they can actually handle outside. Right now, we're coming up on our windy season, and normally when I put young things out, they just don't last that long. I'm pretty sure sugarcane probably will do a pretty good job out there. However, if I have the space in the greenhouse, I might as well just utilize the space in the greenhouse, you know what I'm saying? I'm probably going to end up getting some more of this cane. If you guys know anybody with green sugar cane, I mean, there's so many different varieties of this stuff, y'all. If you know anybody else that has another really good sugar cane for making syrup or, again, sugar, let me know. We get this red one. This red is really abundant around our area. Oh yeah, the best time to be growing sugarcane is kind of now. This is the time of year you're going to start finding it in your stores. So this is the time a lot of farmers actually start to replant it. Although again, in warmer climates, you could probably get away with pretty much putting it into the ground any time of the year. It just does not like a freeze. If it freezes, what ends up happening is it will rot out the middle and kill your cane. So you want to stay away from freezes. It pretty much grows in a variety of different types of soil. This is a pretty good draining soil. A lot of times, a lot of people will say use compost, 50% compost, 50% sand. There's a couple other spots around the garden I do plan on growing the sugar cane, more so for wind blocks. But right now, y'all, I just kind of want to show you guys how you can actually grow this stuff a bunch of different ways. Seeing that I'm not going to grow it the way I thought. Another way that you commonly see your canes or sugar canes growing is a person will just cut off exactly again at that node section, or cut off your node here. This part right here, y'all, is a part that is actually a lot of the roots are gonna come from. And a lot of times you'll see people just kind of stick that directly into the ground past that root line, at least covering up one node. That's why you want to have at least two per your section. So you'll have them sit that all the way down. You do something like that, you know, or like that, looking like that. And then eventually you'll see the sprout start to come out the node right here. I'll wash off my cane now. Another place sugarcane starts really well, y'all, is just in a bucket of water. Drop it right in. Make sure that the water line is over at least one of the nodes. And let's kind of stand it up like this. Let's see what's up. All right, cool. I'll give these right about the same amount of time, man. Honestly, I've seen in a couple videos where people started them in water, they started them in soil. The water was the only one that seemed to actually work. I have a little bit more faith in these sugar cane. I'm pretty sure all of them are going to start with water. Really good place to start them. This stuff's really flexible, man. You'll have people that will just grow it directly in a cane. I want to have a little bit more flexibility as to where I'm going to throw my sugar cane. That's why I'm actually putting it in pieces. So my idea ultimately, y'all, I'm going to just have buckets of sugar cane kind of randomly placed around the garden, just because I think it's a really pretty plant as well as delicious. As well as, like I was saying before, we'll have some in certain areas that serve more of a wind block and also be delicious. Yo, so if you guys are still with me this far, man, don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, drop a comment down below, and I will talk to y'all soon, man. Peace.